Welcome everybody. Wednesday, January 7th, 4:35 p.m. Let me make sure that the live is working correctly, that everything is set. Just hang on a second. Hang on a few more seconds. Yeah, bingo. So, yeah, we are going to take a look at Tesla stock. This is kind of our favorite stock. So Tesla stock, VIX, stock indices, gold, silver, Bitcoin, Ethereum. We are going to take a look at all of them from a technical analysis perspective. Technical analysis, looking at the news is great. Doing fundamental analysis is great. But if those things, the news, the fundamentals, don't translate into people buying more of a stock than selling, it will not have an impact on the stock. So the impact on the stock price is basically the tug of war between the buyers and sellers. How many buyers want to buy and how much they want to buy versus how many sellers want to sell and how much they want to sell. So this is really the balance. And what we are doing with these lines right here is identify reversal points. The price of Tesla is increasing, stabilizing, increasing, then it came back down. So because we had a reversal at this point right here, and not coincidentally, they aligned. Those points align, so we draw a line. So this is the rate of ascent of the frontier of the stock price. This is what we call resistance. This is the frontier of the stock price. And then it aligns, not perfectly. I like it when it's perfect. It's not always perfect. Boom. It aligns pretty much right here. So this is the upper band. This is the upper band of the current movement that we are having. Same thing with the support. Now, when price comes to this line, 3 perfect points, 4 perfect points, 5 perfect points. So when we are going outside of this, then we start looking a little bit more closely. Is this a fluke? Sometimes there are flukes. Sometimes we have some candles that are going a little bit outside. This is not a science, because this is kind of looking at human behavior. And do we know that human behavior is motivated by emotions? Yes, it is motivated by emotions. So even if people say, well, I'm not gonna buy next time I'm going to buy Tesla stock, it is going to be lower than 250. And then Tesla stock goes to 255 and you go, okay, I'm going to go in. So human emotions translate into those transactions that are happening. And what we are doing here is tracking those transactions. We are tracking the transactions. So we have a little bit of slippage with Tesla. As I said, we had perfect touches right here. We had this one that was perfect right here. But there's a little bit of slippage that is appearing. No news, this was there all along, Sometimes we go a little bit further. Here we went a little bit further down, but the body stayed here, and this is the low of yesterday. So because of this, I am creating a double support for the bullish channel. So I think it better reflects what's really happening. So this is the new line that I created right here. So I think this new line is justified because we were starting to have some slippage in November. If we had not gone through this line right here, the main line, I would say, the main line, the original line, I would not have drawn this double support line, but because we have this precedent right here and we are doing it again, I am doing it. So we have a double support, a little bit of slippage on the support. So I will say that not everything is lost for Tesla. We could be bouncing on that new support. But if we start breaking it, you know, this is all about intensity of move. So if we have a small move outside, you know, that's not too bad. If we start breaking outside, and if there's a pattern behind, it will continue to be outside. So this is kind of a giving Tesla some chance to see if it really is outside of the original bullish channel. Is it going to continue outside, or is it going to just be a slippage outside that is going to in fact bounce? Nobody knows. So but we are going to find out together. And anyway, when a stock gets outside of a bullish channel, it does not mean that we need to sell. So even people that are into Tesla for the long term, but still want to be a trend aware investor and not be stuck with something that goes down for 3 years, well, this is why we are here. So you can still, for now, I would not sell anything. We need Tesla to clearly show us that it is outside of the bullish channel. Clearly show us, and right now it's not clear. It's not clear enough. It needs to be clear that we are outside of the bullish channel, and then what could be happening is that we could get into a congestion zone. And the congestion zone just means that the stock is going sideways. So this is not a sell signal either, because it's going sideways. When the sell signal comes is that when we start to go lower, after having stopped going higher, after having stopped going sideways, when we start to go lower, this is when we need to start thinking about selling. So let's take an example of this. So this is December 2020 up to 2021. So this is Tesla stock for you guys. So you know, we started at around 144 bucks, and we were going higher and higher. This is the bullish channel. Then okay, we started to break outside. One candle outside. Then we came back in. Another candle and another candle. Then a candle right smack on it. Then another candle outside. Then another candle outside. I hope you see it. Another candle outside right here. So you know, we started to slip a little bit. We started to slip here. So this was so this slippage can be, you know, this is kind of a masterclass right here. So this slippage can be justified by this, a double support. So doing a double support would have encompassed the move outside of this main one right here. You see, everything aligns. If it aligns, it's a good line. If it does not align, it's not a good line. So this was a good line. But then eventually what did happen is that we still went outside of this. You know, we cannot be creating lines over lines right here. You know, because we would say, okay, well, no, it's still in the bullish channel. No, it's still in the bullish channel. No, it's still in the bullish channel. You see my point? No, it's still into the bullish channel. No, we cannot do that like 15 times, because then this is not representative of what's really happening. So after we had gone sideways, we had a little bit of slippage right here, and then we really started to go sideways. And the sideways move, there's overlaps that can happen. So the sideways move had already started. You see here, boom, boom, boom. This is pretty much looking like a sideways move within the bullish channel right here. So this was the sideways move. The bottom part of the sideways move, depending on when we are looking at it, was here. Then this is the sideways move right here. Boom, boom, boom. And then we started to get outside of the bullish channel. Let me make it better. Outside of the bullish channel. This was going sideways. The sideways move was started before, as I said, before the end of the bullish channel. And then once we started to get outside of the congestion zone, right here, then we started to see some weakening. You know, you see this here, right smack on it, the body on it. This one we closed lower, and then we started to be lower, very, very close up. So at that point also I could have done a double support. Well, okay, well, there's some slippage. Slippage is not good. This is what I'm going to say. Slippage is not good. Slippage is not a super nice indication that things are going to go well. You know, it covers what's happening, but it's still not good. It's not like, okay, let's do a double support and then everything is going to be right. The lines come from the moves. The lines don't dictate the moves. The moves dictate the line. So here the first support was the first congestion zone. The first horizontal support right here started to slip in a very tiny way here. A bigger way here, we started to have a slippage. This is what we have right now in the bullish channel. And then, boom, it fell. It fell, and when it started to really fall, there was no slippage. It just went down. Recovered, went down for more. And then look at this, it started a different channel. It started to go higher, and then no. We were still into a downward channel. Boom, it fell down. So this is what happened right here. Yeah, this is a free masterclass for you guys. So right now we are having that kind of slippage with Tesla. So yeah, it does not mean that we need to sell if you are a long-term investor. This is not what it means. It just means that, you know, this is, where is it? This is weaker. This is weaker. Voila. So we are still above double support. Stochastic is abysmally low. We are at 375. We like stochastic to be over 60 in order to have a decent chance of moving up. So 60. We are at 375. So we are far away. Far away. But, you know, anything can happen, but this is not, this is not looking super bullish. Let me say it this way. On the flip side, the positive side, the positive side is that we are still above 426.47. So we are still holding that line right here. So that's a positive sign. Let's take a look at the 1 hour chart to look at what happened today. So on the 1 hour chart, so this was pretty, a pretty boring day actually for Tesla. So we tried on the first hour to go above 435.50 right here. Did not succeed on the first hour. Succeeded on the second hour. But then you see here at 438, this is, so I could not even go higher than 448, let alone 440.13, which was a previous resistance. So no force into this. Even with this small move up, there was no momentum at all. So any move up without momentum is a very, very risky move up. It does not mean that you cannot do money. We can do money when there's any move. We can do money, but we just need to take our profit quickly. When there's momentum, the moves up that we are seeing tend to be longer. We have a bit more time. Like this one right here. This one right here, yes. When was that? This was Monday. This was Monday. So we had stochastic over 60. So we had momentum there. It was a stronger move. It failed, but it was a stronger move. Here, it was not even a stronger move. It was just the dead cat bounce, as I call it. The cat can be dead and still bounce if it falls on the ground. So this is a dead cat bounce. So yeah, So pretty much a net negative day actually, because we opened higher than 435. We opened at what is it, at 435.86, and we closed at 431. So a net negative day, still above 430. So still above 430. So 430 is still holding. At least it's still holding. It's still possible that the market changes. It's still possible that the market changes and that new buyers come in and it starts to go higher. We are looking, of course, at the current pattern right now. If something new is happening in the market, if a news says that Tesla has invented solar state batteries that can be recharged in 5 minutes, blah, 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 then the stock is going to go higher, even though stochastic is not there. Stochastic will get there because stochastic will see the move and say, well, okay, this is a significant move compared to what has happened in the past. Boom, stochastic is going to go higher. Voila. Just wanted to make this clear. Thank you, 1 million portfolio journey, for joining us. Very, very good. Voila. So this is where we are at. A fact is a fact. There's weakening a little bit. Let's take a look at the rest of the market. So how has the rest of the market reacted today? Is Tesla alone with its 0.36% down? Let's take a look. VIX keeps climbing. When the VIX goes high, the stock market goes low. So VIX, we are at 1539. We have been climbing since Christmas Eve. Climbing. You know, I'm not too concerned. I was not too concerned at the beginning right here. Am I concerned now? No, a little bit, but not that much. We are still at 15. We like the VIX to be below 20. And personally, 1849, I like it below that. So we have a couple of thresholds that we are looking at. You know, the 20 is really important because when we are above 20, we should take profit pretty much on anything because it's too dangerous to keep stuff. 1849, 1739, 1595. So we are getting to that 1595. So this is a growing concern. I'm going to call it like that. This is a growing concern. And also momentum on the VIX is climbing. You know, we have stochastic at 43. So the momentum is not yet 60, but the momentum is growing. Let's take a look at the rest of the market. What happens with Dow Jones? So we had a nice start of the week. 2 green candles today. Well, this week. Today, we lost pretty much what we had gained yesterday. So, but it's not too bad. We still have momentum still into our bullish channel. So we should expect those red days. SPX was doing so great yesterday. Doing so great, you know, we closed above 69.20. Look at this. 69.20.92. This is where we closed. And our resistance at 69.20.93. So we are 1 cent off of 6,900 bucks. 1 cent. So, and, you know, am I surprised? Well, not too surprised. You see this here. So today we started to get up to this bullish channel resistance right here, which we just overshot a little bit last time, Friday, December 26th. We overshot it a little bit. Today we overshot it more. You see this? So this is a good sign. We spent 1 hour above that number. This is the 1 hour chart. So this 1 hour candle that completed at 12:30, boom, was outside. And then we just came back down. So we are trying to break it. So we had just, we had a break on the 1 hour candle. Before we did not even have a close above on the 1 hour candle. We closed lower. We broke during the candle, but we closed lower after the candle completed. Here, we closed above after the candle completed. So So for we can almost say, this is not true 100%, but we can almost say that for 1 hour people had to pay, you know, SPX was worth 69.63, so it was worth above 69.20 for approximately 1 hour. We can count with the 5-minute chart the number of 5 minutes that we went above. So this is the number of 5-minute candles, and here this is the number of 5-minute candles. You see that this is not the same number. So we are seeing the market trying to push the price higher, and we have a little bit of success. We have a little bit of success here for SPX, but it did not last a long time. The success did not last a long time. So the reason is that we are, you know, this is a resistance right here. So sellers are right here. And so far the buyers cannot get through. Maybe they will get through tomorrow, but they have not gotten through yet. So this is a little bit of disappointment. Now we are back to support. So we are back to where the buyers are. So we should be bouncing a little bit and eventually trying back again. If buyers that were there at this point at 69.20, if those buyers are still there. So that's the big question. So let's take a look at QQQ. QQQ also, let me go back on the daily chart. So QQQ, look at this, the same concept again. You see this long wick at the top. We tried to go higher. We tried to go higher, but we failed. Again, because we have resistance right there. Resistance is indicative of selling pressure. We have sellers right there, but buyers are coming in at a higher and higher price. So we need to break 629.48 for QQQ to have a go. Nasdaq, oh, look at this. Look at this. We broke during the day, came back down. So we are really close to breaking this. So maybe this is going to happen. If it happens, we are going to be so happy. Things are going to move. Other stocks that we are looking at are going to move. And last one of the stock index, Russell, not too bad, you know. We had a nice move up recently. Now we are just pausing a little bit higher. So let's take a look at gold, silver, Bitcoin, Ethereum. So gold, nice. We have momentum. We are into our bullish channel. This is all nice. Touching support right here. Silver, well, this one is so volatile, goes up and down, goes up and down. So it opened lower than 26, which it had broken recently. But we finished pretty good. We finished almost back over 26, almost back. We are at 26.02. Sorry, my resistance is at 26.09. So we did not close above 26.09. But we closed above 26. So nice day overall. This was a really strong move, and you see this after a strong move, you know, this was another strong move. Boom, and then we came down. And this is another strong move, and now we are coming down. So it's okay as long as we continue into this bullish channel. We have momentum on our indicators, so no problem. We should let this one ride. And yes, I'm back into that silver. I should put this here. So, and what about Bitcoin, Ethereum? Well, they did pretty good last weekend, but now we have some weakening. So Bitcoin is down 2.87%. You know, let me zoom out a little bit. So, you know, this is the overall pattern. We are below 94,755. This is what we're trying to break, but our lows are getting higher. So this is where we are at. So we had the same pattern, a little bit lower here at 96.72. We had the same pattern, a smaller pattern. Look at this. We had a smaller pattern. Boom, we had the break. We are still above. Now we are waiting for that bigger pattern break. Bigger pattern break above 94,755. This has not happened today. So we are a little bit down, not too bad because we are still above that 96.72. So what we had gained, this happened on Sunday. On Sunday, we closed above 96.72. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday today, and now if I go on the 1 hour chart, we are going to see it in more detail. Look at this coming back. This is perfection. 96.72. Boom, boom, boom. So we are just, I would not call it bouncing. We are stopping there. We are stopping there. We are not really going higher. There's no momentum. So far we are stopping there. We need to see momentum there in order to start inching above. And what about Ethereum? So Ethereum, okay. Ethereum, big red candle, still into our bullish channel, but still went from 32.97 to 31. So that's 4.6%. We still have momentum on the daily chart, so that's not too bad. On the 1 hour chart, momentum is gone. So this is the bullish channel. This is a bullish channel that has two lanes. We have one lane right here. This is the first lane. This is the first lane. This is where we were. Then boom, change lanes. This is looking like a lanes in a highway. So we were on this side of the highway, and then boom, we went on the other side. Now boom, we are back to the first side. So yeah, it's pretty clear. It is pretty clear. So we are above the first bullish channel support. No momentum yet. So today's move in Bitcoin and Ethereum was not really interesting. Maybe things are going to pick up eventually. We don't have any signs of yet on the 1 hour chart though. And BMNR has suffered also. We were into this bullish channel. Now the bullish channel is gone. And we are back to 30.39, which was, which was a nice, this was a nice entry on Friday. This was a buy signal on Friday. Yielded something, started to weaken. Personally, I took profit right here. Got out, went a little bit higher, then boom, we are pretty much back at square one. And this is on the 1 hour chart. On the daily chart, we don't even have any momentum yet. So no momentum for Ethereum on the daily, on the 1 hour chart. No momentum there. So we are going to need to see some momentum to start really going into, going back into those cryptos for a certain amount of time. When we don't have momentum somewhere, as I said, if you don't see momentum on any stock, if you don't see momentum and you see a move up, you can take it, but take your profit very soon. As soon as it hits a target, you take your profit. If you have momentum, then you can behave differently, because momentum means that it should continue longer. And this is the perfect example right here. We had momentum on Ethereum, on BMNR, sorry, based on Ethereum. This went from 27, 28 to 30 something before weakening a little bit, stabilizing a bit. It could have continued, but no, it decided to go back down. But momentum, you stay longer. You let it run a little bit because there's momentum. So this one had momentum on the 1 hour, so you let it run on the 1 hour chart. This is how I do things. So yeah, that's it, my friends. So Tesla's not doing good. VIX is increasing a little bit, not too bad. Stock indices are cooling down a little bit. Silver and gold are doing good. Cryptos are not doing good yet. So join me. I do this live every single day to help ground what's happening. If you are looking at the news, this is so confusing. You have great Tesla news, you have bad Tesla news at the same time. You don't know what to do. When you listen to pundits about cryptos, oh, Bitcoin is going to be at 200K in 2026. It was supposed to be at 200K by Christmas. I don't mind people making predictions. They seem to get a lot of views, but you know, here on this channel, we take those predictions and we look at the facts. We look at the facts, and if somebody tells me here, here on this day in November, Bitcoin is going to be at 200,000 by Christmas, what do I do? Well, nothing. What can I do? This is a prediction. Is it going to come true? I don't know. I think nobody knows. It is so hard to predict something in the future. It is so hard. We don't do this on this channel. We look at the current trend. What is the trend right now? Well, it's trending down. So if Bitcoin is ever going to go back to 200,000, it is going to have to break this trend, right? Because if we are November 24th here, and I want Bitcoin on the chart to go at 200,000, we cannot go back in time and not break this line. If we could go back in time, yeah, maybe we could go back. Well, we need an alternate time so that the price goes higher like this. So my point is that it's gonna need to break this at some point to go back to 200K. So I don't care about people that are making those predictions. I take them with a grain of salt, and I look at my patterns. Well, it's gonna need to break this too. It's gonna need to break this. It's gonna need to break that. And if it does both of those, I don't care the number. I don't care about the number you gave me, 200,000, 150. I don't care. I just know myself that because we go higher here, it should continue, and I'm gonna buy here. Whether or not it goes to 200,000 or 150 or 98, I don't care. I don't need to have a, you know, I don't need to have a specific number in mind. I just need to see the clouds start to go in a different direction to know that, you know, all the people under this cloud in that direction are going to get rain. For how long? Nobody knows, but we can still take it right. So that's the concept of this channel right here. So yeah, sorry for this one. This was a long one, I guess, I feel, at least. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. We have memberships. I'll take a look at them if you want. If you like these lines, you know, the covered call people that sell those covered calls, this is where you put your strike and your expiry. This is it. This is where you put that because we stop at those lines. So you put your covered calls above here, and there's better chance that you won't get exercised than if you put them at any round number. So these lines are very important for covered call people. So this is part of my memberships. I have different types of membership. We have a Discord server. We have those lines that you can copy, and yeah, check this out. So I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine si Dieu le veut.